days they showed up, the times they pushed through, the moments they got it done, and they build a whole identity around it. I'm a disciplined person. But then the pressure comes, the real pressure, and the truth shows up. Because discipline isn't what you do when it's convenient. It's not what you do on the good days, when the energy's high and the plan makes sense and everything's clicking. Anybody can be disciplined then. That's not discipline. That's momentum wearing a costume. Real discipline shows up when the fire's gone, when nobody's watching, when there's every reason to fold and no reason anyone would blame you for it. Now here's what's uncomfortable. Most folks who think they're disciplined are actually just comfortable. They've built a life where they rarely get tested, and they mistake the absence of resistance for the presence of strength. And that's a dangerous place to live, because the moment life applies real force, the whole thing buckles, and they can't figure out why. So tonight we're going to get honest, not cruel, honest. Because there's a difference between beating yourself up and telling yourself the truth. One weakens you, the other frees you. And the only way you ever build the real thing, the deep, quiet, unshakable kind of discipline, is by first admitting where the fake version has been hiding. These are the signs, 10 of them. And I'll warn you now, some of these are going to land. You're going to hear one and feel that little sting in your chest. That quiet recognition. Don't run from it. That sting is the doorway. That's where the work begins. Because the goal here isn't to make you feel bad about who you've been. The goal is to show you the gap between the story you tell and the standard you actually live. And once you can see that gap clearly, you can start to close it. Not later, now. While the truth is still fresh, and the honesty still stings. The first sign you're not as disciplined as you think, you need to feel motivated before you move. And I know that sounds harmless. Everybody likes to feel fired up. But watch what it does. When you depend on the feeling to start, you've handed the controls to something you can't govern. You've made your action dependent on your mood. And moods are weather. They come, they go, they lie. The disciplined person doesn't wait for the wave. They don't sit around waiting to feel ready, waiting for the spark, waiting for that surge of inspiration to carry them into the work. They know something the undisciplined never learn. The feeling comes after the action, not before it. You move first. The motivation catches up. That's the whole secret, and most people have it backward their entire lives. So you watch yourself, you catch the pattern. How many times did you say, I'll get to it when I'm in the right headspace? How many times did you skip the thing because you just weren't feeling it today? And each time it felt reasonable. It felt fair. But that's exactly how the trap works. It never feels like weakness in the moment. It feels like wisdom. Here's the test. Go do the thing you don't feel like doing. Right now. The workout, the call, the page, the task you've been circling for 3 days. Do it flat. Do it tired. Do it with zero enthusiasm. And notice what happens on the other side of it. Notice that the feeling you were waiting for was waiting for you the whole time, just past the starting line. Because discipline isn't the absence of resistance. It's the decision to act regardless of it. And the person who can move without the feeling, that person becomes untouchable. Rain or shine, high energy or low, they just go. And that consistency day after day builds something the motivated person never gets to touch. The second sign, you're disciplined in public but sloppy in private. And this one cuts deep because it exposes the difference between performance and character. See, a lot of folks show up sharp when there's an audience. They hit the deadline when the boss is watching. They train hard when someone's counting. They speak with conviction in the room. But close the door, turn off the lights, take away the witnesses, and the standard collapses. That's not discipline. That's image management. That's a person who's learned to look the part without becoming the thing. And they can fool almost everyone except the one person who matters most, themselves. Because deep down in the quiet, they know. They know the difference between what they show and what they are. And that knowledge eats at them. The real test of your discipline is what you do when it costs you nothing to quit. When there's no scoreboard, no applause, no consequence anyone will ever see. That's the moment that tells the truth about you. The bed you make when you live alone. The promise you keep to yourself when breaking it would go unnoticed. The standard you hold when the only judge in the room is you. Because here's what most people miss. The private standard always wins in the end. You can perform for a while. You can fake it in front of the crowd for a season. But the gap between your public face and your private habits, it grows quietly. And eventually it shows up in your results, in your body, in your bank account, in the way you carry yourself. Life audits you whether you like it or not. So you flip it. You make the private standard your real standard. You do it right when no one's looking, precisely because no one's looking. And something remarkable happens. The gap closes. You stop being two people. You become one, integrated, whole. The same in the dark as you are in the light. And that kind of person doesn't need to perform anymore because there's nothing to hide. The third sign, you confuse being busy with being disciplined. And this one's sneaky because it wears the mask of virtue. You're running around all day. You're checking things off. You're exhausted by 9 o'clock. And you go to bed telling yourself you were disciplined. You were productive. You worked hard. But did you? Or did you just stay in motion to avoid the thing that actually mattered? Because busyness is often the most sophisticated form of procrastination there is. It lets you feel like you're doing something while you avoid the one thing that would actually move the needle. You answer the easy emails so you don't have to write the hard proposal. You reorganize your workspace so you don't have to sit in the discomfort of the real work. And it all feels productive. That's what makes it so dangerous. The disciplined person isn't the busiest one in the room. Often they're the calmest because they've learned to tell the difference between activity and progress. They know that 10 focused minutes on the right thing beats 3 hours of frantic motion on the wrong things. They protect their energy for what matters. They say no to the noise. They aim before they fire. So you ask yourself the hard question at the end of the day. Not, was I busy? That's easy. The answer is always yes. You ask, did I do the thing that scared me? The thing I've been avoiding? The one task that, if I completed it, would make everything else easier or unnecessary? And if the answer is no, then all that motion was just motion. Wheels spinning in the sand. Because real discipline requires you to face the hard thing first, not the comfortable thing. Not the thing that gives you a quick hit of accomplishment. The hard thing, the uncomfortable thing. The thing you'd rather bury under a mountain of lesser tasks. You look it in the eye and you do it while it's still difficult. That's the day being run with discipline. Everything else is just staying busy to avoid being brave. The fourth sign, you can start, but you can't finish. And this one's everywhere. People love starting. Starting feels good. Starting comes with hope, with fresh energy, with that clean slate feeling. New plan, new routine, new commitment. Day 1 is exciting. Day 2, still good. But somewhere around day 9, day 14, day 20, the excitement's gone. And that's exactly where most people vanish. Because discipline was never about the start. Anybody can start. The graveyard of good intentions is filled with beautiful beginnings. Discipline lives in the middle, in the boring stretch, in the part where the novelty's worn off and the results haven't shown up yet, and you're just grinding through the gap between hope and proof. That's the terrain that separates the disciplined from the pretenders. You got to be honest about your pattern here. How many things have you started this year? And how many did you actually see through? Count them. The books half read, the plans half built, the habits that lasted a week. Each one felt like commitment in the moment. But a string of abandoned beginnings isn't discipline. It's a habit of quitting, dressed up in fresh clothes every few weeks. The person who finishes is playing a different game entirely. They don't start 10 things. They start one and they close it. They understand that a small thing completed builds more strength than a big thing abandoned. Because finishing teaches your identity something. It teaches you that when you say you'll do a thing, you do it all the way to the end. And that belief is worth more than any single result. So you pick something, just one thing, and you commit to seeing it through to completion, no matter how boring the middle gets. You push past day 14. You grind through the stretch where nothing feels like it's working, and you finish. Not because it's easy, it won't be, but because finishing is where the real transformation lives, in the middle, in the boring part, in the follow-through that nobody celebrates but everybody respects. The fifth sign, you renegotiate with yourself. And oh, this is a subtle one, because it doesn't feel like breaking your word. It feels like being reasonable. You set the plan. Wake up at 5, train for an hour, and then 5 o'clock comes and you're tired and you tell yourself, well, 6 is basically the same and 45 minutes is plenty, and you feel fine about it. You feel flexible, adaptive, smart. But watch what just happened. You made an agreement with yourself, and then you sat down at the negotiating table and talked yourself down. And here's the thing about that habit. It never stays contained. Once you learn that your commitments are negotiable, everything becomes negotiable. The whole structure gets soft. And soon, you can't trust a single thing you tell yourself, because your own history says you'll bargain your way out. The disciplined person doesn't negotiate. When the alarm goes off, there's no committee meeting. There's no debate. The decision was made last night. The morning isn't the time to decide. It's the time to execute. They've removed the negotiation entirely because they know the tired, weak, half-awake version of themselves has no business voting on the commitments the strong, clear version already made. That's the trick most people never learn. You make the decision once in advance when you're strong. And then you refuse to reopen it when you're weak. Because the moment of action is not the moment of decision. If you're still deciding when it's time to act, you've already lost. The weak moment will always find a reasonable excuse. It's very good at that. It's had years of practice. So you close the negotiation permanently. You decide that your word to yourself is not up for discussion. Not in the tired moment, not in the low moment, not when the couch is calling and the day feels heavy. You say the number and you hit the number. And every time you do, you build a little more trust with yourself until eventually the negotiating voice goes quiet, because it's learned that in this house, its vote doesn't count. The sixth sign, your discipline depends on your circumstances. And this is one of the biggest illusions of all, because a lot of people are only disciplined when conditions are perfect, when they slept well, when the fridge is stocked with the right food, when the schedule is clear and the stress is low and the stars have aligned. And under those conditions, they perform, so they think they're disciplined. But they're not. They're just lucky temporarily. Real discipline is built for the storm, not the calm. It's the standard you hold when you slept 4 hours, when you're traveling and everything's off, when the plan got blown up and the day went sideways and everyone around you has an excuse, and every one of those excuses would apply to you too. Anybody can hold the line when the line is easy to hold. The question is what you do when it isn't. Because life doesn't care about your ideal conditions. Life throws chaos. Life throws the sick kid and the flat tire and the emergency that eats your whole morning. And the person whose discipline is conditional, they fold every time. They wait for the perfect week that never comes. They're always about to get serious just as soon as things settle down. But things never settle down. That's the nature of things. The disciplined person has trained for the imperfect day. They've got a version of the workout that fits in 10 minutes. They've got a way to hold the essential standard even when everything else falls apart. They don't need the whole plan to execute the core of it. They've made their discipline portable, bulletproof, independent of weather, mood, location, and circumstance. So you stop waiting for perfect. You build a floor, a minimum standard that survives the worst day of your week. Something you can do sick, tired, traveling, stressed, and broke. And you never drop below that floor, no matter what, because the streak matters more than the size. And the person who holds a small standard through the storm becomes far stronger than the one who holds a big standard only in the sunshine. The seventh sign, you need to be reminded. And I want you to really sit with this one because it exposes something people rarely admit. You rely on the reminder, the alarm, the accountability partner, the person checking in, the external pressure that pushes you into action. And when that support is there, you perform. But take it away. Take away the reminders and the check-ins and the outside eyes, and the whole thing goes quiet. There's nothing wrong with support. Support is good. But there's a difference between using support to build the habit and needing support to have the habit. If you can't do it without the constant external push, then it was never really yours. It belonged to whoever was pushing. You were riding their discipline, not building your own. And the day they stop pushing, you stop moving. The disciplined person carries the standard inside them. They don't need to be reminded who they are or what they committed to. The reminder is built into their identity. They wake up already knowing. They don't need someone to hold them accountable because they hold themselves accountable. And that internal judge is harder to fool and harder to escape than any external one could ever be. You've got to graduate from external pressure to internal standard. That's the whole journey. In the beginning, sure, use the alarm, use the partner, use whatever scaffolding you need. But the goal is to internalize it, to reach the point where the standard lives in you so deeply that you do it even if every reminder in the world disappeared, even if no one ever knew, even if no one was ever coming to check, because that's when you own it, when it stops being something imposed on you from outside and becomes something that flows out of who you are. The reminder becomes unnecessary. The accountability becomes automatic. And you become the kind of person who doesn't need to be managed, chased, or motivated, because the management, the chasing, the motivation, all of it has moved inside. And that's a person who cannot be stopped. The eighth sign, you're disciplined in one area and completely undisciplined in another. And you use the first to hide from the second. This is one of the most common games people play. The person with the incredible work ethic who can't control what they eat. The one who trains their body relentlessly, but lets their finances fall apart. The one who's rigid about their morning routine, but chaotic in every relationship they touch. And here's the trick they play on themselves. They point to the one area where they excel and they use it as proof of their character. Look how disciplined I am in my work. And they let that one shining example cast a shadow over all the places where they're falling apart. They collect the evidence that flatters them and quietly ignore the evidence that doesn't. That's not discipline. That's selective attention. Because discipline is not a trophy you win in one area and get to display forever. It's a way of living that either runs through your whole life or reveals its own limits at the edges. And the areas you avoid, the domains you never look at directly, those aren't accidents. Those are the places where the real work is. Those are the rooms in the house you keep the door shut on because you already know what's behind them. The truly disciplined person doesn't get to hide behind their strengths. They go looking for their weak spots on purpose. They ask, where am I soft? Where do I make exceptions? Where have I decided that discipline doesn't apply to me? And then they walk straight into that room because they understand that the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And the strong links don't make up for the weak one. They just make the failure more surprising when it comes. So you take inventory, all of it, not just the highlight reel. You look at the body, the money, the work, the relationships, the mind, the spirit, and you find the area you've been avoiding, the one you flinched away from just now while I was listing them. That's the one. That's where you go next. Not because the strong areas don't matter, but because a life built on one pillar of discipline and a foundation of avoidance everywhere else is a life waiting to tip over. The ninth sign, you quit the moment it stops feeling good. And this is the great misunderstanding of our time. People think discipline is supposed to feel good all the way through. They think if it's hard, if it hurts, if there's resistance, then something must be wrong. So the second the difficulty shows up, they take it as a sign to stop. And they call that listening to themselves. But it's not wisdom, it's surrender with a nicer name. Because discomfort is not a signal to quit. Discomfort is the fee. It's the price of admission to everything worth having. The resistance you feel isn't the plan failing, it's the plan working. It's the exact moment where growth happens, right there in the friction, right there where it starts to hurt. And the person who quits when the hurt begins never gets to see what's on the other side of it. They live their whole life turning back at the threshold. You've got to make peace with feeling bad and doing it anyway. That's the whole thing, not enjoying the hard part. You don't have to enjoy it. Just refusing to let the absence of enjoyment become an excuse to quit. The disciplined person feels the same discomfort everyone else feels. Their nerve endings work fine. They just don't obey it. They feel the burn and keep going. They feel the boredom and stay in the seat. They feel the resistance and push right through the middle of it. Because here's the truth about how anything great gets built. It gets built in the stretch where it stops feeling good and hasn't started paying off. That's the valley. And most people standing in that valley decide it isn't working and turn around. But the disciplined person keeps walking. They've learned to trust the process past the point where the feeling supports it. They've learned that feelings are the last thing you should consult when the work gets hard. So the next time it stops feeling good, and it will, you recognize that moment for what it is. Not a stop sign, a test. The exact point where the pretenders drop off and the real ones keep climbing. You feel the discomfort. And instead of reading it as a reason to quit, you read it as confirmation that you've reached the part that matters. And you take one more step and then another, straight through the feeling. Because on the far side of that valley is everything you said you wanted. The 10th sign is the deepest one of all, and it ties every other sign together. You talk about discipline more than you practice it. And I want to be gentle here, because this one lives close to home for almost everybody. It's easy to love the idea of discipline, to admire it, to read about it, speak about it, plan around it, promise it. It feels good to talk about the person you're going to become. It feels almost like becoming them. But it isn't. Because there's a strange comfort in preparation that never becomes action. You gather the tools, you make the plan, you buy the equipment, you announce the goal. And all of that activity gives you the sensation of progress without any of the cost. You get to feel like a disciplined person while safely avoiding the one thing a disciplined person actually does. The work, quietly, when it's hard, without an audience. Talking becomes the substitute for doing. And the danger is that talking about it can actually satisfy the very hunger that would have driven you to do it. You announce the goal and get the encouragement, and something in you relaxes because it felt like you already accomplished something. But you didn't. You just spent the fuel that was meant to power the work on the pleasure of describing it. The louder someone talks about their discipline, the more you should watch their hands, not their mouth. The truly disciplined person is often the quietest one in the room. They're not describing the standard. They're living it. They don't need to tell you about the work because the work speaks for itself in their results, in their body, in their calm, in the way they carry themselves. They've learned that the energy you spend talking about who you're going to be is energy stolen from actually being it. So they save their breath and spend their action. So you close your mouth and you open your hands. You stop announcing and you start doing. You let the results do the talking. And here's what you'll find. There's a certain power in the silence. When you stop broadcasting your intentions and simply live them, something shifts inside you. You stop performing discipline for others and start building it for yourself. And that private, quiet, unannounced work becomes the foundation everything else stands on. So there they are, 10 signs, 10 mirrors. And if you're honest, really honest, more than one of them found you tonight. Maybe several. And I'll tell you what that means. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means you can finally see clearly. And seeing clearly is where all real change begins. You can't fix what you refuse to name. Because the person who thinks they're already disciplined has nowhere to grow. They've closed the door. They're defending an image instead of building a life. But the person who can look at these 10 signs and say, that's me, and that one too, that person has just found their entire map. Every place they flinched is a place to work. Every sting is a starting line. And here's the freedom in all of it. You don't have to fix all 10 tonight. You don't have to become a perfectly disciplined person by morning. You just have to pick one, the one that landed hardest, the one you're still thinking about. And you go to work on that one quietly, without announcing it, without waiting to feel ready, without negotiating, without needing a reminder, without quitting when it stops feeling good. Because that's how it's built. Not in a burst, not in a breakthrough, but in the slow, unglamorous, private accumulation of days where you did the thing you said you'd do, whether you felt like it or not. One honest standard held through the storm in the dark without applause, and then another and another. Until one day you realize you're not talking about discipline anymore. You're just living it. And on that day, you won't need to tell anyone you're disciplined. You won't need to convince yourself. You won't need the reminder or the audience or the perfect conditions or the good feeling. You'll just be the kind of person who does what needs doing, when it needs doing, regardless of how the day feels. And that person, that quiet, steady, unshakable person, is already inside you, waiting for you to stop talking and start.